All right. Hello. It's me. I've been really tempted to start with that since Adele came out with the song, so thank you for humoring me. The first time that I was called fat was actually by my kindergarten teacher. It was during a vocabulary lesson, and she was describing the word plump. And she said, plump, it's rounder, like Kevin or Shalyn. And I don't know what Kevin was thinking. But little kindergarten me thought that that was not the greatest time to include some audience participation in kindergarten. I was all about getting the teacher's attention, but that was not how I wanted it. It stuck, unfortunately. I remember going out, and you remember those jungle gyms that are kind of like a semicircle that's popped out of the ground, made out of metal? We were playing tag, and not great at tag myself. Nicole, I remember this name, and I'll explain why, tagged me from inside the huge structure, and kind of patted me like you would a dog that you don't like on the belly and said, tag on your round belly. And that hurt. Nicole was a fucking bitch. A little tiny kindergarten bully, and I hate that name to this day. I know you all, like if there's a Nicole in here, I'm sorry. I know you're probably not a kindergarten bully, but I still hate it. That name and like Joffrey from Game of Thrones, those two, never. So in any case, fatness has been a part of my life for a very long time. And I really thought it was an identity trait. That kind of, if you thought about that list of what made you, somewhere between kind of kind and funny and smart was really loves cake. Between likes cats and, I'm trying to think of things that make me, that's difficult. Pogos pretty well. It's true, I do. But was gonna be the large one in pictures. I really, it just felt like it was a part of me. It was something I couldn't change, and that I wanted it to change. I dreamed of days where I would come back from summer. It was always summer vacation was when I was gonna get thin. But I would dream of coming back and being, thinner for whatever reason. Maybe I got a terrible stomach disease that allows me to still go back to school, but whatever it was, I was not going to be so interested in that cake, and I was going to be thinner. And that never happened. So I left high school at around 260 pounds, and I hated it. I really didn't like it. And so when I went to college, I had made some pacts with people. The first were my high school friends. We were going to get fit and not gain the freshman 15. And I was like, yeah, sure, cool. The other pact that I made was with my roommate. She was from China, and she was very tall and very thin and needed to gain weight. Her task was significantly easier than mine. But we sort of agreed that we would trade some weight, because that's how life works, apparently. It doesn't exactly work that way. She was helped a lot by endless dining center buffets. And I started to work out. And I really have to thank that high school friend. Her name was Kelly. She texted me about 2 weeks into college and said, yeah, let's go to the gym. And it was right across the street from our residence hall. And I was like, sure. Because at that point, the only workout I had done was figuring out where my classes are and hiking up an extra set of stairs that I didn't need to. And so we went, and she's really the only reason that I stayed for more than 15 minutes, because I was too embarrassed to say, yeah, this isn't for me, I'll stay there, and it became a habit. So this is not a gym love story, though. I am not standing up here to tell you about how much I love Zumba, or how I got on an elliptical and found the light. I'm not here to tell you that running gives me such a high. Those people are idiots. Idiots. I think they're confusing the relief at being able to breathe as some kind of high. You stopped, that's why it feels better. I still hate the gym, even though I go all the time. I'm not here to talk about CrossFit, God forbid. I'm not here to talk about what I really do in the gym. I'm actually here to tell you about how I got a tattoo on my ass. This is the story of it. When I started going to the gym, I did lose some weight, and after about the first 10 pounds, my family was very supportive, and my stepdad, Carl, said, "What are you gonna do when you get thin?" And I said, in a very when pigs fly kind of manner, "I'll get a tattoo on my ass." We then joked about what would be the funniest ass tattoo to have, and that was kind of it. But I latched on to that idea in the back of my lizard brain and was like, that will be my crowning glory when I become thin. I will have an ass tattoo. And so I decided when that 10 pounds became 40 and then 60 and ultimately 100 pounds, that I was going to do this. And so I did. And you really do have to think about what you want to put on your ass forever. There are some things it's offensive to put it in that location, and so you don't want to put like the words of your favorite author on your ass. It just seems to be disrespectful. And so I went with something to honor my Chinese roommate and to really talk about this journey that I had had. And I went with a kanji symbol that meant love and a heart, and I checked it with her because I didn't want it to be like soybean on my ass. And that's what I went with. And I have to say, the idea was stupid. It was really dumb of me to do, even though I did go through with it. It's kind of cliched. The placement's bad. Like, I put it a little too far down on the ass cheek, so you can kind of see it in a swimsuit. My grandmother has tried to rub it off, thinking it was seaweed. And so, it's not great. However, I really do love that ass tattoo. And I love it for many reasons. I've gained weight and I've lost it and I've gained it again. But it really did give me that self-love and that piece of it. And I love what I did to get there. I love that I kept going to the gym even though I hate it, and that I keep going now. And so that ass tattoo is what I did for love, very literally, since it is a tattoo of love. Thank you.